Amid the lush landscapes of Colombia, a dark figure cast a long shadow. Luis Alfredo Garavito Cubillos, infamously known as La Bestia, stands as one of the most heinous serial killers in history. Today we delve into the gruesome and heart-wrenching tale of his reign of terror. Garavito's reign of terror, largely during the 1990s, presents a narrative so brutal it defies comprehension. He meticulously planned his attacks, preying on the most vulnerable: street children, orphans, and young boys from impoverished families, selecting those whose disappearances could go unnoticed in the chaos of daily life in impoverished areas. He exploited the innocence and desperation of these young victims, manipulating them with promises of money, food, or even a caring gesture. Once he gained their trust, he led them to secluded areas where the unthinkable occurred. His method of killing was not just about ending a life. It was characterized by prolonged torture and pain, a fact that emerged in horrifying detail during his confession. Garavito's actions were not crimes of impulse but calculated and methodical acts, painting a picture of a predator who found a perverse satisfaction in the suffering he inflicted. The details of the murders, as recounted by Garavito and corroborated by forensic evidence, were gruesome. He would often bind his victims, assaulting them before taking their lives. The mutilation of the bodies was a part of his ritual, leaving a signature of terror that haunted the communities he preyed upon. Many bodies were found at advanced stages of decomposition, making identification a painstaking and heart-wrenching process for investigators and families alike. Garavito's selection of victims and his methodology reflect a chilling disregard for human life, particularly the lives of those already marginalized by society. The sheer scale of Garavito's crimes shocked the nation and the world. The discovery of mass graves revealed the extent of his brutality. Forensic evidence pointed to the unspeakable suffering endured by his victims, many of whom remained unidentified due to the extent of their injuries. Garavito's capture in 1999 was a culmination of a long and arduous investigation. His arrest was not a direct result of the murders, but rather due to his association with a separate sexual assault. The breakthrough came when investigators linked his MO to the numerous unsolved child murders. During interrogation, Garavito's confession was chilling in its detail and lack of remorse. He described his methods and the horrific acts he committed with a cold detachment. This confession was a key piece of evidence, leading to his conviction. Garavito's trial and subsequent sentencing were complex and contentious. Initially sentenced to 1853 years in prison, Colombian law capped it at 40 years. This sparked a national and international debate over the adequacy of sentencing laws for crimes of such magnitude. The aftermath of Garavito's crimes had a profound impact on Colombian society. His case brought to light issues of child homelessness, poverty, and the vulnerabilities faced by street children. It prompted discussions on social welfare, policing, and legal reforms. Garavito's story is not just one of a serial killer, but a grim reflection of societal failings. The plight of his victims, often forgotten street children, raises questions about our collective responsibility to protect the most vulnerable. As our exploration of the terror inflicted by Luis Garavito, La Bestia, concludes, we are left to ponder the depths of human cruelty and the resilience of society in the face of such evil. The story of Luis Garavito, while deeply disturbing, is an important narrative in understanding the depths of human depravity and the societal responsibilities we bear. It reminds us of the need for vigilance and compassion, particularly for the vulnerable segments of our communities. As we reflect on this dark chapter of Colombian history, we are compelled to acknowledge the unseen tragedies that occur on the fringes of society and the importance of safeguarding those who are most at risk. If this journey into one of Colombia's darkest chapters has moved you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that delves into the complexities of true crime.